Hello and welcome to another Lorwyn Eclipsed draft on MTG Arena. We got 3 rares in this pack. Catharsis, Rhymefire Torque, and Thousand Year Elixir. I mean, I'm not going to take Thousand Year Elixir or Rhymefire Torque. Catharsis is very tempting though. I mean, this card is powerful. If you can play it with the red and white mana, you basically get 8 power haste, like a 4/5 and 2 2/2s hasty, and your whole other team gets buffed. So I think we're going to take Catharsis and try and cast both sides of it. If that weren't here, I think Flame Breeder is really good. That would be appealing to me. Boxealer's Embrace is fine. I don't think the Rhymefire Torque is good. You shouldn't first pick it. I think there are decks where it works, but you should be getting this later in the draft. You should not be picking it early. Eclipsed Elf is good too, but yeah, we're going to take the Catharsis, and I have not drafted red-white in this format. I'm actually not even sure what that looks like exactly. I know it's like -1/-1 counters, aggro, giants, but I don't think I've ever seen anyone play it. There's a Spiral and a Solitude if I want a removal spell. It's also a Nameless inversion, which in general was better. Rhyme Chill is also good. I'm kind of inclined to take Spiral just because I probably want to be base white. Spiral is fine removal. Like, it's comparable to Nameless. I think Nameless is better in general, but I mean, Spiral, if red-white is the Blight theme, putting counters on your stuff for value, then this plays into that because it allows me to Blight. So yeah, we're going to take the Spiral and the Solitude. So there's a Keep Out, Eclipsed Marrow, Giant Fall. Maybe red-white is the deck for Giant Fall. A bunch of giants. I think Giant Fall is fine. Is it better than Keep Out? I'm actually not even sure. They're kind of similar. This one destroys enchantments, this one destroys artifacts, and they kind of situational damage dealing spells. I feel like I should take the Keep Out. For one thing, I think the damage mode is easier to pull off here. Just tapped creature, where this requires you to have a large creature in play. And I think blowing up enchantments is better than artifacts in this format. So we're going to take the Keep Out over the Eclipsed Marrow, I think. I mean, Eclipsed Marrow is fine. Eclipsed Marrow is good. But I do kind of want to keep the red-white dream alive. This is best in red-white. Well, now there's a Thirst for Identity. It's also Spikeling, Anti-Sentence. The Changeling is very good. And a Lurker. I could take the Changeling or the Spikeling. I think Thirst is the best card in the pack. But I play this in blue-white. This is really just best in red-white. Part of me just wants to force it to see how good this archetype is. You know, all right. Let's find out. Let's find out what red-white is in this format, if it's in fact supported. I mean, blue does seem open. Like Blossom Bind, that was a late Thirst. But yeah, I want to see how good red-white is. So now we can take Spiral or Wayfinder. Wayfinder is good at ramping to Catharsis. I do already have one Spiral. I do really like Wayfinder, and it's a changeling. I'm gonna take the Wayfinder. I like this card a lot. It just smooths your deck out, and being a changeling has a lot of synergy. Like, Spiral is fine, but I do want to hit 6 mana for Catharsis. Well, I could take Reaping Willow. Like, if I'm heavy white, this card could be good. This card is really good. There's also another changeling, but I think I'm gonna take the Reaping Willow. All I need is 3 white mana, and I got a changeling to make that easier. I'm already pretty heavy white. 3/6 lifelink, remove counters to reanimate things. Yeah, this is interesting. This deck looks different. It's not Merfolk. Been playing a lot of Merfolk lately. I mean, Shore Lurker is okay. I mean, do have multiple fairies, right? The changelings. It's also Flaring Cinder. If I think I'll end up playing like heavy red-white. I think Flaring Cinder is a better card in general than Shore Lurker. I'll take the Flying Cinder. I'm not giving up much by passing Short Lurker there. Could take a Stompling, just all shapeshifters. Or I could take this thing, which is kind of a combat trick. I wouldn't mind Stompling. I mean, I think this deck with Catharsis does want to beat down. Stompling does beat down. I'm fine taking it. Alright, I like Evolving Wilds here. I'm going to take it over the Farmer, I think. So just going to... When I want to play both halves of Catharsis, the Evolving Wilds helps make that happen. Right, there's a Rhyme Chill there, but I think we're going to take a Farmer. Alright, now I can have Chaos Spewer, or I can have Shore Lurker. I think I want to try the Chaos Spewer. You know, Blighting with the Weeping Willow could be good. I can also reanimate it with the Weeping Willow. Alright, well now I get Shore Lurker anyways. What is this? Copy a Kithkin. Create a 1/1 Kithkin. +3/+3 or fight. Card is good. Also Sting Slinger, which is good. Also lets me repeatedly blight and does damage. And a Spiral. And an Eclipsed Kithkin. We're not gonna splash for this. This is most of the time it's just gonna be a fight spell, even though I do have a couple of shapeshifters, which are technically Kithkin. I think for me it's between Sting Slinger, Feed the Flames, and Spiral. And I think Sting Slinger is quite good. Again, if blighting is a thing in red-white, then this lets me blight repeatedly. It's aggressive, it does damage. It's kind of what this deck seems like it might be doing, so let's try that. Technically, Blood Crypt is a dual land, which lets me cast Reaping Willow and other red cards, but Protective Response is good. Destroy an attacking or blocking creature with Convoke. I do also love a Gristle Glutton, but this card seems good. It's oftentimes going to be like a free or heavily discounted removal spell in combat. I like that. Alright, this is, I mean, I'm not going to take Berserker, even though technically I do have 3 Shapeshifters and 2 Goblins, but I don't think the Berserker is very good. I could take Appeal to Urdu as a combat trick. I probably should just take either the Dagger or the Feastling. Conquer Mischief. I mean, I do have a decent amount of Goblins, funny enough. Would I splash the Mischief? It's possible. Splash a black with Reaping Willow. I don't care about Dagger or Feastling. I don't know. There is a world where we splash this. With the Evolving Wilds and the Wayfinder. It's possible. Cyberbright Auntie is really good. I think, yeah, definitely gonna take that. I like Gristle Glutton too, but Auntie is super good and helps you go wide, which makes Catharsis better. Wow, nice. That's a late Cinder Strike. Card is premium removal. Happy to pick it up here. Yep. Put the Mischief in the board for now, but I haven't ruled it out. If that Blood Crypt comes back, go with a Swamp, Blood Crypt, and Evolving Wilds. Flamebraider. 3 Shapeshifters, 2 Elementals. Flamebraider with Catharsis. Oh man, that does seem good. That does seem really good. There's also Cinder Strike, which again is pretty damn good. Flamebraider though, I can ramp that on turn 4. That seems just too good. I'm gonna take the Flamebraider. Personify and Feed the Flames. And I'm not gonna take Giant Fall. I'd rather have Personify or Feed the Flames. I do like Personify. I'll just take the removal spell. It's pretty close. Alright. Oh, now there's another Feed the Flames. Kind of wish I took the Personify. There's also a Ransacking, but I mean, that helps me cast Reaping Willow and Mischief if I want to do it, but I'm just going to take another removal spell. Probably I have enough removal now. Alright. I mean, this is a card which I can blight for value. Also the core, but yeah, I'll take the brute. Seems like red-white is the deck for it. I'm gonna turn it into a 3/4. The next turn, make a creature unable to block. Just beat down. Alright, I'll take the appeal to Urdu. You know, a card I would like is Flock Imposter, so I could bounce the Catharsis and replay it. We're not going to play any of these. Unfortunately, Personify does not let me retrigger the Catharsis ETBs. Alright, Flamecaster. Yeah. I guess we do have some 4-drops. What's this? There's the most counter, remove counter from this creature, whenever. That's a good card, but not in my deck. Also, this thing turns a Merfolk. 1 Merfolk, 3 Shapeshifters. But the Merfolk I have is 4 CMC, so basically it returns my 3 Shapeshifters. That's not great. Eclipsed Flamekin. Maybe I just want this, because it helps find Catharsis. Or Mountain. And I do have a couple elementals, 4 elementals, 3 shapeshifters. So yeah, Eclipsed Flamekin seems solid. Alright. Glenelundra Guardian is good, but not on the splash. There's also Everstrike's Gift, which could be good in this deck. And Elder Auntie, which is good with Catharsis. I don't think I want the gift. This seems like probably the deck for it. Like an aggressive deck that is white and also wants to be blighting. Like it's probably going to be white-black or... I mean, probably any aggro white deck. Merfolk be fine. Black-white has value because of the blight. I guess red-white as well. Currently have 15 creatures. Yeah, let's try the Everstrike's Gift. Okay. It's another Sting Slinger. That seems good. Yep. Definitely going to take that here. What might not a 2-drop? Kithkeeper. I mean, I do have the Flame Braider. Could also just take like a 2-drop, like I said I wanted. But I have a 2-drop or the Kithkeeper. I have Reaping Willow for black. This is blue. This is blue. This is green. And actually, Kithkeeper could be good in this deck, especially with Catharsis, making a bunch of creatures. Let's take it. I got the Flame Braider to ramp into it. Alright, Elder Auntie or another Spikeling. I mean, Auntie's good with Catharsis, although my 3-drop slot is super clogged. I might just want another Spikeling. This deck is beating down. I'm just going to take another Spikeling, another 2-drop. Alright, now I can have my Elder Auntie if I want it. I don't think I want Pukazai or the Kithkeeper. Yep, Elder Auntie. Wow, so many Sting Slingers. I'll take as many as they give me, I think. Card seems good. It's another Evolving Wilds. Yeah. Also this card, which is not bad. I'm just gonna take on the Sting Slinger. Alright. Guess I could take the Elemental. Let's go with Flame Braider. Sure. Another Elemental. This deck is kind of interesting. I don't know how good it is. I could lean heavy in the Elementals to make the Flame Braider better. There's another Elemental. Well, we're going to be cutting a lot of 3-drops. Alright, so currently have 24 creatures, so we need to cut a lot of creatures. So what's on the chopping block? Shore Lurker is... I'm just cutting that right now. Appeal to Urdu, I don't think I want that. Let's see what else. I could cut Wary Farmer, so let's see. I mean, I have a lot of cards I could, like a lot of mediocre cards, which are very cuttable. I do think I want to keep the Everstrike's Gift. That seems interesting. Tributary Vaulter, yeah, cut that. I think the Guild Weaver is going to be good, because I can ramp it out with Flame Braider, and it ramps me into Kithkeeper and Catharsis. I think that's good enough to keep. Reaping Willow is also questionable mana-wise. Like, what's her distribution right now? 21 red spells, 10 white spells. So yeah, Reaping Willow might get cut. I think the Kithkeeper is going to be good. I think I want to keep that. Keep all the Sting Slingers. That does make me want to have some kind of fodder that I can just blight onto to burn them down. I think Everstrike's Gift is going to be decent. Yeah, maybe cut the Reaping Willow. Well, let's see what else we're cutting. Wary Farmer seems like an easy one to cut. I'd rather have Elementals. Yeah, cut the Wary Farmer. This triggers a CMC 4 or greater. So I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. And Reaping Willow makes 7. That's it. It's not very good. Yeah, this card's not very good in my deck. It's mainly just an elemental, which is why it's good. Flaring Cinder, I think, is better. It also is good with the Kithkeeper because it's blue. So maybe I could trim some of those. How good is the Brute? The Brute's good with the Sting Slingers because I can repeatedly remove counters. So, I don't know, that seems solid in this deck. I think we cut the Flame Casters. I feel like we cut the Reaping Willow, fortunately. I don't know. We're just going to be heavier red than white. And this seems like it's going to be hard to cast. Even though I think it is a really good card. Alright, so we're down to 18 creatures. I only have to cut 2 more, so just trim 2 more creatures, I think. Hold on to all my removal. They're all 3 drops. Chaos Spewer, the Blighting is good with Brambleback Brutes. You know, all of these multicolor cards make the Kithkeeper better. They all give me like an off color. These two give me blue. The Flamekin and the Flaming Cinders. I have 3 blues, 1 black, 1 green. Maybe I just got the Elder Auntie. I mean, it is good with Catharsis. And it is good with, like, Sourbread Auntie, just having a 1/1 to blight onto. Maybe just cut a Flaring Cinder. Or maybe just cut a Chaos Spewer. Maybe I just want the Rummaging. Yeah. I already have so many ways to blight with the Sting Slinger. Alright, I'm just going to cut the Chaos Spewer, I think. And keep the Elder Auntie. I think the Auntie is good, just having an extra body to blight onto with the Sourbread Auntie and the Sting Slingers, and also another body for Catharsis. Seems good to me. I'm still at 41? Oops. Guess cut a Flaring Cinder. Currently have 7 elementals and 4 shapeshifters, 11. Yeah, I feel like with the Everstrike's Gift, I do want like the Gangly Stompling, just a high power creature. I'm supposed to cut the Elder Auntie? Just doesn't beat down as hard as these other cards. Alright, I'll cut the Elder Auntie. 16. I don't have a lot of good creatures to blight onto. I mean, the Reaping Will would be so good in this deck. Guess I could bring it in. It's so hard to cast though. I do have the Wayfinder and the Evolving Wilds. I mean, this probably is the mana base I want, right? 9 mountains, 7 plains, 10 red, 8 white. Do want both for Catharsis. Yeah, I think the Reaping Willow is just too hard to make work. Alright, I'm going to try the Elderonti and maybe cut 1 Flaring Cinder. Let's go with that. So basically I have 3 cards which are off color for the Kith Keeper. Okay. Oof. Sand is rough, but I'm going to keep it. I'm on the draw, so I'll probably draw a mountain by turn 3. One more plains. Black-white. I'm not played against black-white yet. Alright, that's fine. I can't cast any of these spells anyway, so be my guest. Take a spell I can't cast. I'd rather they do that than play a 2-drop which attacks me. Probably take the Sting Slinger, right? Or the Brambleback Brute. I'd probably take the Sting Slinger. You could take the Brute as well, because it's kind of good with the Everstrike's Gift. It's between those two, definitely not the Elderonti. Yeah, it's pretty close. Okay. Be nice. Alright. I'm not gonna let them know it's coming. A mountain. Okay. I'll drop the Elderonti now. It's a good thing to trade with that. Guess if they play Reaping Will, I'm gonna be sad. Alright, another one. Oh, there it is. So you could play Everstrike's Gift on just like a crappy 1/1. Play the Brute. Or the Sting Slinger. So I'm probably not removing counters from the Brute next turn. I'll just play this. You know what? I'm gonna attack. Considering I have Catharsis in hand, I don't mind getting a little aggressive. Plus, they're kind of incentivized to lead back to 3-2 to block my 3-3, unless they have a follow-up blocker, which is good. Which they probably do. At 4 or 5 mana. Okay. Sure. Makes sense. Okay. I get a mountain now. Oh, man. Kind of rough not having another red here. Yeah, draw a mountain, we're going crazy. With Catharsis. Alright. Sure. I'll still block it. Come on. I could just feed the flames on this thing and get in. I'm gonna hold a land, just in case they have a, I don't know, a discard spell. I think if I just draw my mountain, this game will end. It's non-stop chaos spewing. Okay. Ooh, that lets me cast Catharsis. Although not attack with it. Alright, that's fine. Let's attack with a flyer. Play Flame Raider. And now maybe I do play the land, because next turn 4... I might have like a... Like, what if I... Actually, I guess if I draw the Spikeling, I can play the land and then cast it anyways, so I'll still hold it. Although, maybe it's worth playing, because then I could also activate this if I drew a land. I could Flame Raider out Catharsis to make something unable to block. Alright, I should have played the land, I think. Yeah, I definitely should have played it. Let's see what they do, though. Alright, it didn't really matter. Let's go red, red, white, 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 white. Just cast it. Okay. Nice. So, and against black-white Chaos Spewers. Got some removal, Sentence, Spiral, Blight Rot, and just a bunch of Chaos Spewers. Alright. I mean, Reaping Willow is good against all the Chaos Spewing, but again, it's just so hard to cast. Four Shapeshifters, no other Merfolk. I was considering this just to bring back like a Spikeling or something. Yeah, I don't know. The Eldoranti was good that game. Traded with a Chaos Spewer, made a 1/1 I could put the Everstrike's Gift on. Yeah, I don't think I want to change anything. Could bring in a Chaos Spewer in the Chaos Spewer arms race. I don't think I need it though. Let's just run it back. Alright, keep this one. Got my mold. Turn 2 Spikeling. We turn 3 Sting Slinger. Maybe Gangly Stompling. Seems good just to beat down the hardest. And bait out removal. I think they're going to activate it. Attack for 3. Try and race me. Removal. They definitely have, I feel like they have a removal spell. Try and decide. Blighted. Okay, that's fine with me. Let's just run this thing out. I'll happily trade this for their Stoneback. Or Chaos Spewer. I could have played the Sting Slinger since it can't trade with the Stoneback if he removes a counter, but I'm fine trading, and I also would rather the Stompling eat removal than the Sting Slinger. We're going to play the Guild Weaver next turn. Right? That is fine. So next turn I can play 2 3-drops if I want. I'll just play the Sting Slinger and the Brute. Wow, Emptiness. We both got the Evoke Elementals. So the Black Evoke puts some 3 //1 counters on a creature, and the white reanimates a creature with CMC 3 or less. Alright, that's pretty good. Flamekin. I could try and find Catharsis with this, I suppose. Yeah. Keep out Evershot. Alright. Flame Raider. I mean, that's let me cast the Changeling next turn. So next turn I can cast Changeling and still cast those two. Alright, we'll play Flame Raider. I need another Plains to remove both counters. Alright. Probably getting the Stingslinger again. But again, the Brute is also kind of problematic. They might get the Brute, actually. Because their Stoneback is going to hold off my team, but the Brute lets me attack into it. Yeah, I think I would get the Brute here. Yep. Good play. Counter. Oh boy. So I can cast that, and I can get 3 tokens. Right now, yeah, that seems good. Blue, red, white. Gives me lots of fodder to blight onto a Stingslinger as well. And obviously if I don't kill the Kithkeeper, it's a huge problem. 6/3 flyer. Even 9/3 if I tap all my creatures. So I think... Alright, I got a lot of removal. It's okay. Stingslinger can whittle them down. We also got the Catharsis still in our deck. Alright, let's attack. Put the fear in them. Alright, they blocked. Oh, you know what? Alright, no, that's fine. Let's just do this now. Thin our deck out. I'm gonna hold that one because I still have the Rummaging Elemental in my deck. We're just gonna start pinging them with the Stingslinger. Alright. Well, I could even attack. Eat my Flame Raider, they take 5. And then I blight on the Flame Raider, so they take 7. Seems good, actually. We'll play one land since I got another to pitch here. I'm gonna... Ooh, Hubble here, yeah. That's good. So I do the same trick. They block 2, take 3. Alright, it's not as good anymore. Unfortunately. Currently have... I'll hold one more land. I am at risk of dying, potentially, to Hovel Hurler. They play like a Chaos Spewer. You just throw both in the air. Although it's slightly risky. They get too aggressive. I'm gonna blight onto the Flamekin. I can blight on the Flamekin many times. Maybe I want to blight on the Wayfinder first. Just so I turn to 0/1 and then like chump block with it on the following turn and blight again. So they still have a Spiral and a Solitude in their deck. Alright. Let's blight onto the Wayfinder, I think. Ooh, that's good. I still don't think I want to attack, but that is going to be good. Alright. What if I get that Rummage Elemental into Solitude? 3. I could still cast Solitude. Just hold the lands. Like if I play the Rummage and then draw another 4-drop, I can Rummage again. Get rid of both of these lands. Oh, you do removal for Stinkslinger? Oh, Bitter Bloombearer. I don't know about that. I mean, yeah, raising against his own Bitter Blossom and my Stinkslinger. If he finds removal for Stinkslinger, then I'm in trouble. I'm gonna Protective Response whatever 4-power creature takes to the air. I guess the Hovel Hurler itself can't get flying. I mean, you could just make it a 6/7 and attack with it. I can chump that thing forever. He attacks with the Bitter Blossom Bearer. I am not gonna Protective Response it. I think I like that thing chipping away at his life total. It shortens my clock. Yeah. Probably gonna eat the 5/4. Alright. Well, it's drawn all lands, but a Stinkslinger on its own could potentially get there. I guess if I had not done it there and attacked with all... Let's eat that. Let's just wait. It's taking 3 a turn, basically. Just need the Stinkslinger to live for like 1 or 2 more turn cycles. Really just, I think, if he lives this turn, doesn't die, I think I got him. Because he'll be down to 3, basically. And then 2 with his own Bitterbloom Bearer, and it's not a lot of time. I can chump for a while. Alright. I think their last card is a land. Sure. Oh, it's Reaping Willow. That's bad. Get back Stone. Yikes. Get back Stone back. And he can give the Reaping Willow flying after removing the counter, so that was pretty insane. Now we're in trouble. Now we're in trouble. Need to kill the Hovel Hurler. Or the Reaping Willow. The life gain's gonna let him outrace me. Okay. Come on. Well, at least he only gets 1 hit in with the Flying Reaping Willow. So he'll gain 4, go back up to 8. Yeah, it's gonna be close. Gonna be close. I start attacking with multiple creatures though. So I will have to start chump blocking. Yep. You can give it flying? Oh, that's a mistake. That might have killed him. I'm not going to hover over the Hovel Hurler to see if it is an instant speed ability. I think it's sorcery speed. Also, say that 3 times fast. Hover over the Hovel Hurler. Alright, so we're gonna block here, and then blight onto it so he doesn't gain any life. Oops. Yeah, I should have given it flying. Alright, we take those. Alright, well, you know, I appreciated that that was a match that wasn't a Merfolk mirror. It was two kind of fringe archetypes against each other, red-white and black-white. I like their name. Just want draft. I also just want draft. We can't keep this. Doesn't even have the second mountain. Oof. A 7-drop and a 6-drop? Granted, if I draw 2 lands, you know, we're functional. I'm on the draw. I'm gonna keep it. Put back the Everstrike's gift. I just need to rip 2 lands. That's it. Alright, look, we got there. Just need one more land. One more land and all my problems are solved. That's all I ask for, just one land. Okay, well, it's not a land, but I can trade Spikeling with that Auntie. Playing against goblins, it's not good when you're missing lands. Gathering Stone, that's pretty good. Pretty good. Sure. Land. Boo. I am not gonna attack. I'm not the beatdown here. I just gotta survive. Okay. Blight onto it, kill my Spikeling. That's good. That's good. Yeah, we're not winning this game anymore. Maybe if I draw a land next turn, there's a chance, but I think it's too late. Alright. I mean, I could keep going to see more of their deck. I guess I should. I have to show them a card by discarding. Alright, I'll discard the Stompling. Just to see if they show me more cards. Wayfinder. Nice. Their deck looks good. Got some of the important engine pieces. Mischief, Gathering Stone. Yeah, the Mischief means I can never come back. They just swarm me and... Stretch. Haha. Alright. That's enough. Alright, so goblins. You know, 1/3 isn't the worst. Probably block. I guess a 3 for that. By the reasoning, a 3/3 is also good. I might want the 3/3. Actually, I already have a million 3/3s. The Slinger. Yeah, I don't need that 3/3. You could argue the Stompling is worse than the Farmer. The Trample's kind of good against all the Goblin tokens, though. Nah. I could kind of feed the Flames. I don't really want to feed the Flames, you know. These Goblins, they're going wide. What if I get to feed the Flames for, like... I don't know, just a Flaring Cinder? Just to loot? I think that's fine. A Rummage, rather. This hand's functional. Nice, no 1-drop. I like that. Next turn, probably playing Stingslinger. It's biggest on the board. And then followed up with the Guild Weaver. Again, Nameless Inversion it. Oh. That's also going to be hard to beat. Wow, they have... Alright. This is going to be tough. Their deck is good. Okay. I think the only way to win this game involves a Catharsis. At least this thing is Trample. It's good against the fairies. Next turn I can play the Brute, make whatever blocker he plays this turn unable to block, and hit him for 4. What if he plays an Elderonti though, and this is going to hit me for 6, but I don't see how I win unless I start pressuring him. Okay. Attack me for 4, attack me for 7. Yep. Take it. Nice. Okay. So let's see. I have 7 mana. So I can't remove a counter and play both of my 3s. I do probably want to remove a counter, which means I'm only playing 1 creature. I'll leave this back as a 4/5 so I can block those. Play Stingslinger. Okay, let's do this. Let's go. Okay, thank you. Target that. Attack with the 4/3. I actually value the 4/3 more at this point because of the trample. Then let's play Stingslinger. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get there. If we draw Catharsis, actually, I think we could win. We draw Catharsis next turn. Okay. I can still trade with that. I guess I do have to chump a 5/4 with the Stingslinger. So now I'm at 6. I'm at 3 basically. Darkfire. Yeah, the only way we win is if we draw Catharsis. I still don't know if that's enough. I think now it is, if I draw it. Alright, so basically at 3, I have to block both of these, so... Which one would I rather kill? Probably this one. Alright, that'll do it. Yeah, the deck was solid. My deck did not cooperate that match. Well, let's see how round 3 goes. Alright, we'll keep it. Basically just hoping to draw Catharsis every game. I wonder if I should play the other Rummaging Elemental, just because it helps me find Catharsis. I feel like a lot of my games just depend on whether I draw that card or not. The deck's not amazing otherwise. Blue-black. Okay. Okay, well, Sting Slinger can hold those off. I could Cinder Strike the 2/2 and attack, and then keep out when he counterattacks. It's probably worth it, honestly. Actually, I could attack and he might double block. Oh, this is no tapped creature. No. I could feed the flames if he double blocks. Alright. Let's do it. Spells there? Okay. Good beats, I guess. Ugh. So now I'd be trading 3. Yeah, it's not as appealing, is it? But I lose 2 life to do 1 damage to him. And then it taps his 2/3, which lets me attack with the Flame Braider next turn, so... yeah. Willing to do it. Sure. Wow, does it onto the lifelinker? So now I can feed the flames the 5/4, hit him for 5. I think I'm supposed to play the land, because if I draw a land 7, I could activate the Bramble Brute twice. That's a good one. Okay. Let's go Brute. Make the 3/5 unable to block. And attack with both. Probably chumps the 3/3. Takes 2. Not gonna read the last counter because I would rather do that next turn. Make the 3/5 unable to block again. Alright. Play this? Is there a Wrath in blue-black? There's a -2/-2 to all creatures, but I'd still be alive. Let's just run it out. Sure. Good to know about that. Alright. Probably game. I could just burn him out with Sting Slinger. Unless he kills it. Right. So blue-black. Yeah, this deck doesn't look that scary so far. Kind of some like goblins. Couple of life linkers. 3/5 flying. Kind of feel like I want the second Flaring Cinder. There's so many games from just like getting flooded. I think I want this to help with flood and also find the Catharsis. I think it's pretty important. Eldoranti, yeah, it just gets bricked by the 2/3. Just get rid of the Eldoranti, I think. I can also cut the Spikelings. Those get shut down by Bogart, Feastling. Alright, you know what? Let's cut the Spikeling. We'll keep the Eldoranti. Just because it's another body to blight onto. Another body for Catharsis. Yeah, we're going to mulligan this one. Yeah, see, it's also not really that functional. I need to draw 2 lands in a row. I'm going to go to 5. Alright, sure. That's a good one. I like a card that draws me a card. Right. Oh, I think I play Sting Slinger just to make sure he can't attack with that. Sure. Right now I think we'll run this out because it blocks the 3/2. I think I'd rather have a Guild Weaver than a Flame Braider. I'm not gonna Cinder Strike yet. I could kill the 3/2, but right now it's not a problem. The 1/4 shuts it down. Alright. Ooh, Kith Keeper. That's a nice one. Oh wow, that's really nice. So don't need... Alright. I want to get the Gangly Stompling out before I play the Kith Keeper. I think we're still going to play the 4/3. Sure. Sourbread Auntie. Also doesn't really get in. Let's just play this. So we'll make... I actually don't have a white creature. No, the Kith Keeper will be white. So I'll blue, red, green, white. I'll make 4 1/1s. Do I want to Cinder Strike now? Get rid of the Heirloom Auntie? It does backfire if he has a way to instantly like kill one of his own creatures, but I think we're just gonna pass. I don't see the need to Cinder Strike any of these things yet. That I will Cinder Strike. For sure. You want to Blight? Blight on the Stompling. I don't think I want to Blight for damage yet. Well... No, because I'd rather Cinder Strike Blight on the Stompling, I think. Alright. Well, I can't even Kith Keeper yet anyways. Let's play it onto the Stompling, because it's still going to trade with the creature. Although I don't actually want to trade yet, because I do want my green creature. I mean, I could Flaring Cinder, but I don't really want to loot any of these away. I'm just going to play the Auntie, I think. I think we're going to Blight 2 on this thing. Yeah. Need one more land for Kithkeeper. Alright. Goodbye, Flaring Cinder. Right, there we go. I'll attack it all first. Attack with the Guildweaver and the Sourbread. Yeah, I think that's fine. I'm gonna have all 5 colors. Damn. We'll let him surveil first before he knows the Kithkeeper's coming. Trades the Chaos Spewer for 1. Maybe the Dream Caesar for another? I do want him to trade the Dream Caesar because that trades with the Kithkeeper. Okay. I'm fine with this. Full 5 for Vivid. Nice. So now we can Sting Slinger with Abandon. Bogart, okay. We can, if he doesn't kill his Kithkeeper, I can do so much damage with it. Oh, this isn't... Alright. Tapping and tap. Alright, so it's not sorcery speed. Can I one-shot him? 9, 12, 15? Next to blockers, he's no blocks. I'm gonna tap the last 3. Yeah. Attack for 15. Do you have like a Blight Rot? No? Alright, go to 3. That is a chunky Kithkeeper. 15-3. I think it's hard to get out of it now. Well, that gets Everstrike's Gift, Keep Out. Oh, Keep Out kills the Kithkeeper. Alright. But still, there are 3. I think the damage is done. Well, that's a solid Dream Harvest. But yeah, they're just dead here. So I can attack with all my 1/1s and just blight whatever the lifelinker blocks. Yeah. All my X1s, rather. That should do it. Alright, there we go. Keeper gets it done. 15 damage. I guess it's good I went all in on it. Alright. That deck was interesting. It definitely did not feel like really powerful. Like I think just like when you draft the dedicated on rails Merfolk or Goblin decks, those are just better than this. It felt pretty weak if I didn't draw Catharsis. I will say Kithkeeper was pretty sweet in this deck. We actually got to trigger it for all 5 colors that game, which we didn't even have any like color changing vivid nonsense like the Puka's Eye or whatever. Just naturally had all 5 colors, which is cool. Yeah, I don't know. I'm skeptical about red white. I think if you want to be aggressive, you should just go with goblins or Kithkin or Merfolk. I think really the only reason I would draft this deck is if I opened a Catharsis. Maybe there's some other crazy red white card in rare in the format, but yeah, I don't think it's the greatest archetype, but if you get Catharsis, I think it's worth it. This card is pretty amazing, even though we only got to cast it for 6 one time, but still. Alright, I'll do it for this one. Thanks for watching. I'm glad I got to do something different this draft. This was an interesting one. And see you next time. Bye, everybody.